Heyo! Welcome back, everybody. This is Ian Chikino with another StarCraft 2 commentary. Now, if you're looking, things may appear a little different. There we go. We've got the new custom observer interface. Thanks to Blizzard. Thanks to Sixen on SC2 Mapster for posting it. And it's pretty good. There's a little changes I think I'm going to make to make it just a little bit different. I'm not quite sure what I think about the enlarged supply and stuff on the top right. Not quite sure what I think about that. Production still looks good. I like the mini-map. I like the thing in the bottom right. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of it. There's some other cool stuff like, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of other new hotkeys I'm going to have to learn now as an observer. But overall, I think it's pretty sweet. I love the map name over here, and then the timer is all built in. That looks pretty sweet. So overall, I'm pretty impressed by it. But if you guys have any comments, any things you want to mention, you like, dislike about it, let me know, because it's going to be a slow work in progress to modify it. But I think it's going to make observing StarCraft 2 more fun, and you know, that's what I'm here to do: commentate StarCraft and observe. So enough of that. Let me introduce our players. On the bottom right side of Belshir Vestige LE, the red Protoss player, it's going to be Mao's HasuObs. And his opponent. The blue Zerg player, top left side of the map, it's going to be Liquid's Rhett. So, I'm going to have Rhett versus HasuObs. Supply or spawning pool going to go up. I instantly clicked on that and looked in the bottom middle of the screen as opposed to the bottom right. So, this has already taken a little bit for me to get used to. This is really similar to the one GSL uses. If you guys watch GSL, it's really similar to that, except for they don't use like the oversized text in the top right, and I think that's pretty much it. But anyways, hatchery going down for red up here at the top. Gas going to go up as well, so he's going to be able to get some speedlings out, and queens coming out too. And a freaking gateway expand in a PvZ, highly risky, especially if you just happen to come across an opponent who likes to go fast speedlings, and he's got a cybernetics core, doesn't have a forge. This is a huge opening here. Maybe he's just calling Rhett's bluff. Rhett is obviously known for making a lot of drones, not really being too over aggressive, and maybe he's just figuring out, you know what, Rhett's not going to do anything. I can play greedy. I'm going to throw down the gateway, get my fast warp gate rolling. I don't have to care. I can do whatever I want. Rhett's not going to attack me because Rhett likes making drones, and there's no drones in my base, so I don't have to worry about him coming to my base yet. So that's the only reason I would see him, I would do this build versus Rhett, if I was playing Rhett's, but I think that's why he's doing it. But we do have speed coming out for Rhett, metabolic boost. We'll see if he's going to actually turn on some pressure. He pulled guys off gas, so we're going to no immediate tech anytime soon. Of course, he's going to make a bunch of speedlings maybe, or just drones. Drones for now. Mothership core coming out, being built at the natural. I like that. Go ahead and make it closer to where you want to defend with. Makes a lot of sense. And as well, you can, make probes in your main. Works just as well. Stalkers being built there. Chrono Boost being used on that Stalker. He wants to get out there, maybe do a little bit of harass. Third base goes up for Rhett on the right side of the map. And we're just going to have some macro play for the time being. Starting a wall there with that pylon. You need to get a semblance of a wall going here, so you don't have to rely completely on force fields. So both these players are going to macro up for a little bit. I guess I can talk a little bit about the big hoo-ha that went down today in the StarCraft community. Of course, everybody's aware of... excuse me. Everybody is aware of... WCS, Blizzard's new tournament system where there's going to be different regions, Europe, America, or North America scene, and the Korean scene. And players get to decide which division they want to play in. And you can play from anywhere in the world online for up until I think the round of 8. So you can get to the top 8 just by playing online. So essentially you can play from anywhere, get the top 8, be pretty... it's pretty nice. You can do whatever you want. But so today there was a post release saying that a lot of Koreans were playing in the North American scene. A lot. And I'm talking like not just B-level Koreans or even code B-level. I mean, I'm talking like former GSL champions, you know, Nest-T, I think all of Axiom, almost all of EG, a lot of Team Liquid, a lot of foreign owned teams have their Koreans coming over, which I guess sort of makes sense for them. You know, if you're a foreign team, you have more of your sponsors in the foreign scene as opposed to the Korean scene, so that kind of makes sense. And Nest-T going to North America is kind of like, which I thought was funny because Nest-T is in the Korean scene, and then we've got MVP in the European scene, MMA also in the European scene. So like it seems like I am like, all right, they divided up the world. Nest-T gets North America, MVP gets Europe, and the rest of IM has to fight over Korea. I thought that was quite funny. That's the funny thing today. But a lot of people were not happy about it. You know, they really, the sense was that people felt that, all right, if there's going to be a North American division, it's region locked. We want to see North Americans winning that division and kind of like grow that community. And that doesn't seem what's going to happen. It seems like, I think there was like 20 Koreans that have signed up for the North American side, and that's going to be hard to get top 16 against those guys. But anyways, let me hold that off for a second. We'll talk about this attack. Here we go. Rhett's got the roaches out. Oh, look at those roaches popping out. It's such a great time. Even as a spine crawler up, HasuObs is going to get shut down here. That stalker needs to fall back a little bit there. And, yeah, this push got shut down pretty well. Liquid Rhett with such great timings on those roaches. Look at this worker supply, 56 versus 48. Zealot's getting warped. You've got a Zealots around on the roach there. Roaches and Zealots. Roaches on the right kind of getting separated off. Those roaches will get taken out. Very cost effective, though, against those Zealots. Those roaches are. Now the roaches at the top. Going to finish up the rest of that Zealot army. And Rhett has kind of bought himself a lot of time here. He's got 34 Zerglings out. Look at this. 2 Stargates coming out now for HasuObs. HasuObs going to do a big transition into air here. More than likely Void Rays, I would assume. Void Rays are all the rage these days versus Zerg. +1 missile attack coming out. Maybe that's going to be used for Hydra later. Yep, there are the Void Rays coming out. Making some extra pylons. But, and here we have the counterattack. Zerglings might get us around on all these Zealots. Zealots very low. They've got 1 attack upgrade. No upgrades yet for those Zerglings. And those Zealots do get taken out. So, not letting HasuObs get home without taking a severe beating. And this Mothership Core is kind of like it's like a bully that can't punch very hard, but still feels like bothering you. It's like, yeah, take that and that. Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, run away. It's just so funny. The poor Mothership Core can't really do nothing up there. Void Rays now making their way to the 3rd base up here. There's no AA up there. Actually, there's 2 Queens hiding underneath those Overlords. But 2 Queens versus 2 Void Rays. I don't know how that's going to work out. 2 Phoenixes following up here. More Phoenixes coming. 8 Hydralisks coming out, of course, with the Groove Spine upgrade coming as well. We'll have a little bit of air transition here. Nope. Doesn't even get that hatchery off. Probably a good idea there anyway. He's going to be forced to cancel that. Queens. Will they get picked up? You can go ahead and pick up those Queens. There we go. But the Hydra's coming out. Oh, my God. He on timing with those freaking Hydra. Seems like every time HasuObs makes his way up to attack this base, Rhett's like, oh yeah, I got the counter to that right here, buddy. So 3rd base going up for HasuObs. And Rhett's just going to continue to pump out a bunch of units, making a couple of Spore Crawlers. Wants to get that AA up at his main. He doesn't want to have to run his Hydras all the way back to his main. He wants to kind of keep those in the center of the map to defend his 2nd and his 3rd. But, okay, anyways, while this kind of just plays on, just back to this whole debacle as far as, region locking. I think most people have the feeling that they wanted it to be true region locking, where you actually had to live in that region to play in it. That way it's more of a committal. There's a lot of points of view on this, but that seems to be the consensus from what I've read around the forums. And, personally, I'm always down to see the best players playing all the time, so, I'm not too against it as far as what it comes down to, It kind of makes sense for the Koreans, because if there's, if you're in the Korean division, just the competition is going to be so much harder. Why put yourself in that situation when it's a better play to go to North America or Europe? It just makes more sense. So you really can't fault the players for having a strategy that makes sense when they're players who play real-time strategy games. That kind of, it's kind of a no-brainer. What would you rather do? What would you, if you want to make your money? Oh my God! Speaking of, oh no, Phoenixes! Oh no, that was bad news bears right there. Poor Phoenixes. You lost like 3 or 4 right there. That is a lot of Hydra. We've got whoa, a carrier has arrived. I haven't seen a carrier since who knows when. Which is hilarious. I'll talk about this in a second. But force fields go down. We got the Nexus with the overcharge ability, slowing down these Hydras for a little bit. Hydra's getting picked up. They will get sniped here by those Stalkers and a couple of Phoenixes, buying a little bit more time. More force fields going down. Rhett just looking for a way to get in there and deal some damage. Void Ray's just chilling out in the middle. Keep an eye on that. Zelt and Naga Tower picking off roaches. They want to stay away from those Hydras, and the Zerglings sneak on in there. And these Hydras, these guys are just going to chop away at this base. Zerglings going into the main now. 1 Zealot being warped in, not going to be enough. 1 attack upgrades there for that Zealot. Still no upgrades yet for the Zerglings. Mostly just a range upgrade here. About 2+2 halfway done. More roaches coming out. And this army for, that's just too much. HasuObs has to GG. And Rhett, I mean, he was just solid defense. Good, huge counterattack came with those Hydra. Picking up all those Phoenixes was extra nice. But after that, after those first 2 really big shutdowns, Rhett just had it in the bag. But yeah, pretty good game there. Good job from Rhett, and good try from HasuObs. So just to wrap up the WCS dealio, I can't really blame the players. They're just doing what's best for them. Just kind of is unfortunate for the North American players and, of course, European players who want to make a better living and just kind of get more notoriety for themselves. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if Blizzard decides to change their ruling on that next season. I don't think they're going to do anything about it this season. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave comments on your thoughts on the custom user interface. That's it for me, guys. See you later.